Hello, hello. Another in-studio yap. I don't think I wore black all summer. I was like, why does the screen look weird? I think because I'm in black. And I just like threw on an outfit today and I realized like I don't think I wore black. Normally like all summer, I don't know. I did do a little bit of a purge a couple weeks ago. I think I talked about this, how I like when people come and sit with me because I need somebody to be there to pass the time. I don't need them to do the work. I just need them to sit there and keep me company. I really respect people who are just like, oh, it's a random Tuesday. I'm going to clean my closets. I still have too many shirts that I probably won't wear that I probably can get rid of because there's so many cute. I was just in Old Navy today and there were so many cute things. And wait, so listen to this story. So I live in the city. And so I went on a walk today, and that means that like I stop in stores. Like I actually had a return. I got this really cute matching sweat. I love animal print. I'm a Leo, and it's animal print joggers and a cute like crop sweatshirt. And so I got a large and extra large, and the large fit, but I just feel like the extra large was the way to go. So I returned large. Then I went to Sephora because I'm obsessed. And so then I was coming out of Sephora and I hear somebody go, "Hi, Nicole." And it was this random person. And I was like, "Hi, I didn't know her." I'm like, "What's your name?" Her name is Liz. And so she just recognized me and she just stopped me, and she was with her friend Maria, and they work for the public defender's office. And it was just so fun to chit chat with them. I was like, "Oh my God, I love it." By the way, I just realized that this necklace, which I love, looks like Mickey Mouse. It's not Mickey Mouse. It's just like a fun necklace from Amazon. But it literally, like I'm looking at myself, I'm like, it looks like I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse. It was great for the Disney cruise, but it does look like I'm wearing Mickey Mouse. Okay, so let's talk about the Eagles game. Like, how insane was that? And Nick Sirianni did his press conference today, and they did ask him, like, did the new offensive coordinator call the plays? Because I follow sports. I would like to say that I am probably, my sports knowledge is above average, right, than the average woman. And especially when it comes to football, especially when it comes to the NFL. So I would say I probably can go like task to task with like NFL knowledge. As other sports, I know like, you know, surfacey stuff, but I do think I'm probably above average. Anyway, the thing is that like when you watch the first game, the second game, and then the first half, it was the same kind of game plan. The offense was like, there was, the thing that I love about football is that it's a coordination. Like the game plan, it's like why I love dance, because it's coordinated. When it's a beautifully coordinated game plan, the symmetry and just how seamless it goes, it's like run, pass, run, pass, first down. It's beautiful, right? And it just was terrible. And it looked like they were going to get their ass whooped. And I was just preparing myself. And after we won the Super Bowl in 2018, it took the sting out, right? And you're like, okay, we won one. And then after we won last year, and we didn't even just win, we annihilated the Chiefs. It was like, it just took the sting out even more. And it's like, you want to see your team continue to win and dominate, but you're kind of like, all right, if they lose, they lose. And I was like, I can't believe I'm thinking this way. Like, this is terrible. And then they came out the second half and it was a totally different team. And Nick said that Kevin Petrullo, who's the offensive coordinator, he called the plays. I don't buy it. I think Jalen, and maybe the plays that Jalen ended up calling were already on. Because here's what I think would happen. I mean, when they put the game plan together, it's what the quarterback wears on his wrist. So maybe those plays were in the game plan. They just weren't being called. And when you call an audible, it means that the quarterback changes the plan based on what he's seeing that the defense is doing. And so part of me is like, maybe Jalen was like, screw it. I'm just doing this. I'm calling this game. Obviously, Nick would never admit that because that would just look terrible, and Jalen would never admit it. But you need to have some respect even more so for Jalen Hurts because he's had a different offensive coordinator since he's been here in 2020. You have some teams that have the same head coach and same offensive coordinator for years and years and years. And poor Jalen Hurts, Nick has been there, but the offensive coordinator has changed. The quarterback's coach has changed. That is a lot on somebody. And so I think, though, that Jalen at this point has proven, I mean, let's be honest, even though they did lose to the Chiefs in 2023, Jalen still played lights out on that game, right? Like, the Eagles should have won that game in 2023. He was amazing. And the fact that we went to the Super Bowl so much is wild. But he, I think he now knows that he deserves the respect because he did win the Super Bowl. He was Super Bowl MVP, and he was just like, yeah, like, I'm going to do it. So I don't know if he called the plays, or I don't know if he was just like, just so you know, because did you watch NFL Films? NFL Films did a whole, you should watch it. It's on YouTube. After you watch this, go watch that. But basically it's, you know, like a mini movie of last season for the Eagles. And they spent a lot of time talking about the Super Bowl. And Jalen Hurts called the dagger. Jalen Hurts put the dagger in the game plan. He went to Nick and he went to, it's Shane Steichen was before. I forget who it was last year. He's now the head coach of the Saints. Anyway. At halftime, Jalen went into the coach's office and was like, knock, knock, knock. And Jalen admitted this. He said, knock, knock, knock. Hi. Kellen Moore. That's who it is. Kellen Moore. He said, put the dagger in. Like, yoo-hoo. So Jalen had the dagger, brought it to them like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. They put it in the game plan. And then Jalen said after halftime, like, we still have the dagger. So Jalen knows what's up. And I think that I think he was just like, we're gonna win this game. And obviously the defense had to play lights out, and Jordan Davis played lights out. And it's really fun, even from like a country music standpoint, because, you know, the country music stars, a lot of them are from the South. So they're really not big NFL fans. Like in Philly, the NFL and the Eagles and Sixers, you know, the Phillies and the Flyers, like there are teams. Whereas a lot of times people from the South, it's college. And so the SEC is like the NFL of the South. And so a lot of these country artists are obsessed with Alabama, Oklahoma, Auburn, Clemson, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, right? So it's cool. Like, and there's the whole LSU, there's the whole Jordan Davis connection where he's like, I'm an LSU fan. He was like, but the fact that, and he went to NovaCare and like did the tour and he wears the jersey. And, but yeah, I mean, one of my favorite stories is Luke Bryan when in 2023, I was like, yeah, you're an Eagles fan now since we drafted all your Georgia Bulldogs. And he was like, oh, yeah, you did. And his like face just changed. I was like, yeah, so it's cool that like all these Georgia fans are huge Eagles fans now because of it. And also like shout out to Carson Wentz. So Carson Wentz started in Minneapolis. So he was not signed. He was just didn't do any training camp this summer. And then when JJ McCarthy, I guess the Vikings picked him up and then they didn't think he was going to play. And then JJ McCarthy got hurt and then he started. And not only did he start, they won like 52-6 or something. Minnesota just like killed it yesterday. And Carson Wentz looked sharp, you know, and even though it didn't, I think I've said this before, I don't think Carson Wentz embodied the Eagles or embodied Philadelphia. Like Jalen Hurts is Philly, you know, it's like there's just a type of attitude, there's just a type of swagger, and Carson Wentz wasn't that. Jalen is, but Carson did a lot for us, and we definitely would not have won the Super Bowl in 2017 if Carson did not play like an MVP before he got hurt. And it ended badly, and it sucks, but I'm happy for him, and he broke a crazy NFL record where he's the first player in NFL history to start for 6 different teams in 6 different seasons. Let me see if I can remember them. So he went from the Eagles to the Colts. Then he went to the Commanders. Then he went to the Chiefs, Minnesota. I forget, Rams. He went to the Rams. So it's pretty, so it was it Colts? I think it was the Colts, then he went to the Commanders, then the Rams, then he went to Kansas City, and now Minnesota. So anyway, kudos to him. And if JJ's still hurt, there's a chance that Jalen and Carson will play against each other, which would be amazing. We kind of want that to happen because like that is Peter King, who's a really famous sports writer. He specifically writes for the NFL. He always says the NFL is the greatest reality show of all time. And you saw it yesterday. You saw it yesterday with the 2 block kicks. Like, you can't, it's not a script. Like, you can't write that. Even the Kelseys, the brothers going against each other in the Super Bowl, people think it's fake. You can't, if trying to come up with that sounds fake. Like, that's how crazy it is. So, it was good. Go Birds.